chop.
Ooh, okay. Here we are on another exciting episode of Booze Fueled Reviews.
Oh, I know I'm excited.
Are you excited?
About what we're going to talk about next?
I am totally excited about this.
I'm lying.
I'm not. This is the best thing that Metallica has done since And Justice for All. You heard it here, folks. This is the best album they've done since 1988. This comes with a small caveat. Ready? If you like the sound inside your grandfather's piss hole, you're going to love the fuck out of this album. Go.
I don't have a proper follow-up for that one. But I will say, this album sounds
Like you're inside,
terrible.
like you're inside your grandfather's pee hole.
I don't know why you'd be there.
I don't know.
Or why that would sound
I don't know. The 80s were weird.
like anything.
The 80s were weird, dude. I don't want to talk
80s
about it.
were
I don't
weird.
wanna
We're
talk
not
about
in
it.
the 80s anymore.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? No, this is the worst sounding recording that you will ever hear from a professional level famous band.
Unquestionably.
What were they thinking?
Yeah, no, they weren't.
We just spent a whole week talking about two of the worst Metallica albums,
Yep.
the two worst Metallica albums in existence.
Yeah.
And they follow up with this?
Yeah.
With this?
Oh, they tried something new, didn't they?
Yeah, I was angry.
I was Saint angry.
Oh.
Oh, what did I do?
I don't know. Let's see what you did.
Oh,
I think I know what this one's called.
What is it called? Oh.
Well, you wouldn't know because the only thing that's on the cover is
That thing.
a fist.
That
with
thing.
a rope or
It looks like a hemorrhoid. It looks like a hemorrhoid.
It's called Saint Anger.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
It's called Saint Anger.
2003's release, the first new Metallica album of the new century.
Yeah.
And we all waited for this for years to wipe the taste of load out of our mouth. You could never do that either, right? But what happened?
It didn't work.
We waited so long for this album.
I know. And okay, one of the things they got a little bit right on this album. I'll give them credit up front, and then we'll destroy it.
Okay, good.
They got heavier again.
They did get heavier. Yes, they did.
Everything's fast. There are fast songs on here. Lars remembered how to lift his arm a little bit above his head to hit different things. There's double bass on here.
Yeah.
There's really speedy riffs all throughout this thing. And that's all I have good to say about it. Because
Just the songwriting is fucking atrocious.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's
I mean,
heavy.
is Bob Rock actually playing bass on this one?
Yes, he is. This is the one. This is the one. They lost Newstead.
So the guy that transformed their production into one of the slickest and tightest sounding productions in metal
Set the standard.
Set
the standard.
And fucking unproduced an album.
Yep.
He said, this sounds too good. People can't appreciate it when it sounds too good. So let's wipe our fucking assholes with it. And this is what you got. Like that red asshole. Don't it kind of look, if you look at it like from far away, don't it kind of look like an asshole?
You squint a little bit.
Yeah, squint into his asshole. You squint, sniff that shit. You see what's happening right here? You see the fucking like the oh god damn it, the hell, I can't believe we're doing this. I can't believe we're doing these shitty Metallica albums.
We have to, it came next.
I hate them.
We have to do it.
I hate them.
We have to.
I hate them with my entire fucking face.
Are you angry?
I am
Saying
angry.
anger?
I'm saying angry as
yeah,
fuck.
It's oh man.
You know what else I am? I'm frantic as fuck.
Yep.
I'm dirty window as fuck.
Dirty window.
I'm invisible kid as fuck. And my world as fuck.
Shoot me again, please. I ain't dead yet.
Please shoot somebody.
I ain't dead yet.
Shoot whoever thought this is a good... No, you're not dead yet. You're sitting right here. Look at you jumping around like a fucking bunny.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I can't get my thoughts together because I'm still angry from the last couple albums. I hate this. Absolutely hate it.
Yeah, the idea here is they decided.
My cigarette went out. It's angry.
They decided that they wanted to record an album and make it sound as garage recorded, as raw, as first take sounding as they possibly could. They succeeded. This sounds terrible.
It does sound terrible.
Terrible sounding. I don't care if the songs were even good, and most of them are not.
No.
It is so underproduced.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. There's an annoying, thuddy, boomy sound on his bass drum. His snare drum is just pinging.
Talk about the snare.
His snare is pinging, like he turned the snares off.
By accident.
He hung the snares and said, you know what, fuck it, this is as good as it gets. I'm just ping, 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 ping. That's the entire, all you hear. You can't even pay attention to most of the music, because all you hear is that high-pitched echo off the snare.
It sounds like it's hitting a steel drum the whole time.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's awful.
It works for Slipknot. It works for industrial bands. It does not work for Metallica.
But for those bands, it's not the only thing that they're doing. They
Well,
have
right.
an actual drum kit, a guy playing an
Right,
actual kit
sure.
that sounds the way it's supposed to sound.
Yeah.
There's steel drums and all the other things, all the other percussion they have going on is embellishment.
Yeah.
That's what it's there for.
And they sound that way because that's what they do.
And that's what they do.
Your snare drum should never do that.
No, your snare drum should absolutely never do that.
I would have never gotten a gig. I would have never played in bands if my snare sound was ever that fucking bad. You hated my 14-inch snare sound. Then I bought the piccolo snare, and you kind of liked that a little bit more.
I like that a little more.
But still, my 14-inch snare in a basement with cobwebs hanging in your fucking eyeballs and shit was still better than what he did. It was still, he's fucking like 400 years old in this album, and he hasn't perfected how to make his drum kit sound.
The worst part is, it wasn't an accident. He did it on purpose.
And I hate them for doing it on purpose.
He purposely turned the snares off and recorded the entire album that way. On purpose.
I don't know anybody who purposely does that.
The entire band, on purpose, made the worst sounding album ever. Oh, here's something else. Slipknot, since you brought up Slipknot.
Okay.
Here's something else that they do and do really well. They like to play the music out of a really low tune, like low tune guitars.
Right.
Low A, low C.
Like Korn does. Korn does the
Like
same
Korn
thing.
does the same. Yeah,
Right,
exactly. Metallica decided it would be a good idea on this album to start playing at a drop C, drop A. You can tell when you listen to it. You can practically hear the guitar strings slapping off the fretboard because they're so loose. All it really does is make that horrible snare sound come out even more because you can't hear the guitars.
No.
It's so low, it's not even there.
No, it's miserable.
It's terrible. What are you drinking? I love the mug. That's a good mug.
Oh. You want to try this?
No, smell it.
Oh. My God.
Smells like wine.
It,
No thanks.
oh, that's...
No thanks. That's all you.
I'll drink more of that later. Not on camera, so I don't want
Is
to
it wine?
vomit. No.
What is it?
I'm not going to tell you what it is till you drink it.
I'm not drinking it.
Then fuck you. You can't have none.
I'm not even sure you drank it. You might have just faked it. So that I'll drink it.
You want to smell the inside of my mouth, quick?
I believe you.
Okay, thanks.
I believe you.
Good.
Take it back.
But back to this album.
Totally take it back.
Back to this album that we're destroying wholeheartedly. It is literally the worst sounding record I've ever heard in my fucking life. And regardless of what sound they wanted to sound raw, like a garage sound or whatever.
Yeah, like a demo.
If
They
you
wanted to sound
listen
like a demo.
to No Life Till Leather, the first video we did in our Metallica series,
It's better than this.
it's far better than this. No drummer turns off his fucking snares and says, let's record an album like that. Because in 1982, he was fucking smarter than that. It still sounded like a fucking snare, okay? Not like you were beating on some fat lady's fucking tummy.
That's what that sounds like.
See?
I saw it on TV once.
Thwap, thwap, thwap.
Yes, that.
It's so fucking. I mean, listen. Frantic is on here, okay? Frantic, you remember that song?
It could be a good song.
It could be a good song.
It could actually be a good song.
Because they're heavy again and they're speedy again. They're doing more of what they used to do in '88 than they've ever done since '88.
Musically, they're on an upswing again.
Yes,
They're
musically,
They're writing to us again, to where we want them to be. They're trying. Mm-hmm. They're trying. There's still a lot of load on this. Trust me.
There is.
There's a lot of load.
I had to wipe it off before you came up here, so that might have been me. What happened? What happened?
You took me out of my game here.
Oh, you had a game? You had a game?
That was weird. That's weird. Weird.
Don't look lovingly into my eyes, you fucking weirdo. You see what he did? He was like, I fucking be there. That's creepy, dude. I don't want to do this fucking shit anymore if you're just gonna give me these bad albums and then I fuck me. Creeped out. I'm creeped out. Go. Talk about the album. What were you talking about?
I was talking about how it's actually heavy again a little bit.
Yes, it is.
Outside of still sounding like load here or there. They still had their little groove metal thing that we hate. Going on.
Yeah.
But for a lot of it, it got faster. They tried to write heavy music again.
Yeah, they did. But
it sounded so horrible because they tuned all the guitars down to you can't hear them.
Yeah.
And Lars. And then Larsed.
Oh, he Larsed all over it. Larsed before Bortles. Bortled.
The best Bortled. The other thing about this album, and probably another reason why it sounds so terrible, Hetfield was in rehab.
Mm-hmm.
The singer. He was only allowed to work 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So he recorded all his vocal tracks, and he didn't do a thing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Plain old, here you go. You recorded it. I don't care if it's in key.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's out of key.
Mm-hmm.
We're using it.
Well, didn't he disappear for I don't know if any of you guys saw the Some Kind of Monster biopic thing they had, the behind the scenes recording of this album.
I haven't even seen that yet.
But it's actually a really interesting look at where Metallica was at the time, and they were abandoned chaos. They really were. They didn't have Newstead anymore.
They had money.
And they were trying to they were trying to trend set again, and it didn't work. But they didn't let Kirk Hammett play any solos on the album at all. There's no solos in the album. And in the movie,
not one solo.
Kirk Hammett says, why can't I do solos? And I don't know if it was Lars or James that said, well, because putting solos into the record dates it. It makes it seem dated. And Kirk Hammett came back with, well, doesn't not recording solos also date the album to a terrible time?
The grunge era.
Yeah. And that's what was wrong about it. They were all completely miserable. They had no idea where the band was going. They were just doing this because they fucking could do it. They knew people would buy it. But at one point during the recording sessions, James walked the fuck out, slammed the door in the recording studio, and nobody knew where he was for 6 fucking months while he went to Siberia and shot bear and shit and came back sober. He's like, oh, hey, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
But I can only work 4 hours a day. That's it. That's all
really weird. And they came in. They had a therapist on that, which is what that whole Metalocalypse TV show.
Oh yeah. Because they had
Twinkletics, which is actually Twinkle Tits. If you read it out. But yeah. So there's not much more to say about the album really. There are some great moments in this album that if they were produced right,
they were trying.
They could have really.
They were trying.
Yeah, they were trying. And they could have came back with something really solid if they didn't decide to do this disgusting.
It's another horrible experiment. It's another experiment gone wrong.
It is. It's completely wrong. And guess what? Millions of people still bought it.
2 million.
So
down 1 million from the last album.
There you go.
But then again, times are changing.
Right.
Physical CDs were at this time were not their only method of listening to music, so the 2 million was probably still.
But this is also the first album they did after Napster, after the whole Napster debacle with Lars Ulrich. So I don't know if that played into them losing fans because they weren't allowing their fans to steal their music, And that's one thing that Lars has gotten a lot of shit on over the years. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I actually agree with and respect Lars for that decision because he was way ahead of the curve.
Oh yeah,
he knew where digital music and all and file sharing was going to go, and he tried to stop it, and he got a lot of heat for it. But he was fucking right.
Every person in the music industry,
mm-hmm.
Was patting him on the back, saying,
"Yeah." They just didn't want to be the ones that were the focal point of what he was doing. They would pat him on the back, but then back away from the cameras.
Yeah, well, he took the bullet for them.
Yeah,
and it was the right thing to do.
It absolutely was.
Even though we bash him.
So for that, Lars, even though your stupid fucking feet and your stupid old fucking man wrists can't do the shit you used to be able to do because you're a fucking butthole in your face region, you did a good thing here. You were trying to save music. I understand now why you did it, and you did a damn good thing, even though now it's really inconsequential because music in general is dead and CD sales are also dead.
Okay, real quick, since we didn't mention much of anything.
Okay, what do you got?
We'll go really quick go through this.
Okay.
Frantic.
Decent.
If it was produced, it would be really good.
It would be a good song.
Saint Anger.
Good song.
All right, good song.
Good song on its own.
Good song.
If it was produced, it would be
even better.
It would be really good.
Some Kind of Monster.
Plotty garbage.
It's more load stuff. Dirty Window.
Wipe it off and move on. Terrible.
Move on. Invisible Kid.
No. I wish it was Invisible Band and they never recorded that piece of fucking garbage.
Invisible Song.
City Gigs, please.
My World.
No, that's garbage too.
Shoot Me Again.
I like it. I like it. I know you don't like it.
I don't like it.
Shoot me again. I ain't dead yet.
The lyrics are funny. I mean, this is Hetfield's little getting into lyrics that make absolutely no sense.
Mm-hmm.
And on the next album, there's one that's really wrong.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
But here's an idea of what you're gonna get. Shoot Me Again. I Ain't Dead Yet.
Yes.
Shoot Me Again. I Ain't Dead.
Yeah. They unlearned.
Sweet Amber. Hate it.
Like it.
Hate it.
Like the chorus. What you can call a chorus, I like it.
Hate it.
I like it.
The Unnamed Feeling.
I think there are actually parts of that are really good. Again, modern production would have made that much better.
Purify.
Good.
It has its moments.
I like
sure.
Again, the chorus is really good.
All Within My Hands. Also could be alright.
I don't remember liking that one, but it could be okay.
It's angry.
It could be.
It's an angry song.
If this album was as produced,
angry,
and it had the harmonized guitars, and it had the shreds, and it had like the stuff that we knew Metallica was capable of doing with a slick production, like Black and like Load and Reload, even though they're terrible albums that are produced well, I think this would have been kind of a comeback for them.
Decent. It would have been decent.
Because it was a thrash album, not even a thrash album again, but it was a pure heavy metal album. It wasn't fucking around.
It certainly would have been way better than Load and Reload. The problem is that it was so poorly produced that we have to lump it in with Load and Reload because it's nearly unlistenable.
Yep.
Terrible.
We're sorry, guys.
No, I get the effort and I appreciate it and everything, Metallica, but. You know what you were going through when you made this album. We know what you were going through when you made this album. And it's still not an excuse. Oh, side note. The art on this is... You gonna tell me what that is yet? It doesn't look good, whatever it is.
God!
It certainly doesn't look fun. You're not gonna make it. We're not doing another video tonight.
No, I can't...
Did it get in your eye?
There we go. No, I just couldn't open my eye. I went blind, I think, for a minute.
Alcohol does that.
All right, anyway.
I hear too much alcohol does that.
Okay, good. What do we got? We done?
Just on the cover art. Pusshead. You don't know that?
What is a Pusshead?
He did all their shirts.
What the fuck is a Pusshead?
He's the guy who did all their shirts, all their art on their shirts, all that really cool artwork that looked like this, which is much better than
like earlier,
yeah, throughout their entire history, like all the way back to like Ride the Lightning.
Oh, this
guy
cool.
Did all their art.
I did not know that.
And he finally, after their entire career, got to do an album cover, which he probably should have got to do a long time ago. Well, I mean, that's what he came up with. So, but that right there, that's the kind of stuff he did. These weird
and that kind
really
of
nasty looking
that
zombie-ish.
Looks, yeah,
that's
That looks like the shirts that I know.
Yeah,
the early,
that's the guy.
early concert tees.
They've had the same guy doing all their artwork for their concert tees for going back as long as you can remember.
Pretty good.
And that's what that is. And he finally got to get on the cover. So congratulations to him. I knew his real name yesterday. I can't remember it right
on the
now.
cover of the shittiest album.
Oh, there you go. There's where that comes from. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Is right. What are you doing there?
It's the same ugly person that was on. Oh, it's a whole fold out.
They can't see that.
Oh, look.
He's excited now.
No, I am because I forgot this even existed.
Now he loves the album.
Look, there's the stupid fist right there that's on here.
Metal up your ass.
But now, doesn't that look much better? If that was the cover by itself, this thing, it wouldn't make the album any better, no. But at least the cover would have been better than whatever that thing is.
Very good. Well, I learned something tonight, so that was fun.
I might have made it up. I didn't.
No, you didn't. All right.
I didn't make it up.
So what we did tonight was Saint Anger by Metallica, 2003. It literally was the biggest piece of shit the band had recorded sound-wise up to this point. Some of the songs were okay. It can't save an album from being bad.
It is a step in the right direction, though.
And they kept going forward a little bit more after this.
Right.
We're not there yet. We'll get there next time after I drink some more of the shit that's in this thing here. And Bernie drinks some more of his pussy beer. Not this beer. We'll be back. Thanks for tuning along. Tuning along. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for driving along with
God
us.
damn, I hate my fucking life right now.
On our road to drunkenness.
Oh, I hate these bands. I hate everything about this music right now. I fucking hate these albums so much I don't even know what I'm doing.
See, this is what bad Metallica albums do to you.
I can't believe I'm here.
They make you drink whatever that is out of whatever that is.
I'm so drunk right now I can't even fucking stand up.
It's obvious.
But thanks guys for coming along. We're going to be back next time with the next Metallica album, which is a step in the right direction. This is shit. Don't look at it. Tune out. Turn off. Go home.